Hey, Galamos here. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to do the bomb jump over moats. It's usually referred to as DBJ, the diagonal bomb jump, or HBJ, the horizontal bomb jump. They both mean the same thing. So it looks like that. This trick is useful for going to rec ship first. So for fancy first routes, like in any % new route, or randomizers, or even bingo. This trick is helpful for accomplishing all of those. Now, the bomb jump is very complicated, as there are lots of parts to it, and so it's very easy to make a mistake and fall in the moat. So I'm going to go to the ship and I'm going to talk about the double bomb jump, as what you will learn there will really help with understanding how to do the diagonal bomb jump. So the double bomb jump and the diagonal bomb jump are both composed of 3 bombs. That's the double bomb jump, and that's the diagonal bomb jump. I recommend people learn how to do the double bomb jump first. While it's more precise than the diagonal bomb jump, I feel that the inputs are simpler and it gives a more clear idea of what the rhythm is for the bomb inputs. So try practicing doing the double bomb jump. It goes 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And so get an idea on the rhythm of the inputs. It's very important to link bombs 1 and 2 together, otherwise you'll not be able to do the diagonal bomb jump over moats. So again, it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we can take this a step further and learn how to do infinite double bomb jump. And so it's important to get a consistent rhythm between bombs 2 and 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Now, I use a visual cue, which may be different depending on what setup you are. So for me, I'm on console and CRT, and so when Samus starts to move a little upwards from the 3rd bomb, that's when I start the cycle over again, and I start 2, 3 over again. Now, that might be different if you're running on emulator or have a different setup. So I think it could be a little earlier than what I was just saying. So spacing out bombs 2 and 3 make it significantly easier, and so it'll be up to you to find out where that point is for you to link bombs 2 and 3 over again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Now, I'm going to go to the moat, and so we can see exactly how to do the diagonal bomb jump. Alright, so I'm going to demonstrate how to do the diagonal bomb jump over Moat. I'm using Task Studio. On the left here has all these inputs. The inputs are set to default, but I want to show this to help better demonstrate the how and why I use these inputs to perform the diagonal bomb jump. So let's take a look. And that's it. So let's break this down step by step. For starters, you want to be on this right half of the pedestal to increase your chances of getting onto the ledge on the other side of the moat. And obviously you don't want to go too far right or else you'll fall right in. So first, you turn into a morph ball. Obviously you can't lay bombs without being a morph ball first. And then we have our first bomb. I want to point out real quick that I made this chart, and each bomb has a set animation that'll look like this. So it's just to illustrate the idea that bombs are consistent and they will behave the same way every time. So lay our first bomb, and we want to inch over to the right side of that bomb. And at this point, we're just waiting for the bomb to explode so we get this diagonal movement. And notice how I'm just waiting here. Like, I have no button inputs on the D-pad, so it's just neutral. And I'm waiting until the bomb jump starts. So a little bit after I have this diagonal movement, I lay my second bomb. So you can see the relationship between bombs 1 and 2. And I also want to point out that the bomb jump happens before the sprite turns green. So bomb jump starts here. And now it has turned green. And look how far Samus has already traveled. So that's just a interesting bit of detail. And also notice how my D-pad is still neutral up until the third bomb. So when I lay this third bomb, I want to move over to the left and be on the right side of the bomb. So you want to be on this right side here. And there's one thing that I think a lot of people make a mistake on, is that you need to face right. So a quick right input will make Samus turn around as a ball facing right. And it's a subtle detail, but there is a difference between facing left and right as a ball. And this is especially important for the diagonal bomb jump. So you need to face right, not hold right. Meaning, after you're done facing right, you let go of the D-pad. And if you hold right during this, you'll add momentum to the bomb jump, and you will not be able to catch the third bomb correctly. because that added momentum will push you further away, and it's not where you need to be to link up with the third bomb. So face right, not hold right. And then notice how many empty frames there are before the bomb explodes. And so after the bomb explodes, then you can hold right. And while it's not necessary in all cases, but it helps to unmorph somewhere around this midpoint from the apex of this bomb jump so you can be more likely to catch the ledge, and helps you open the door a little bit quicker. So I want to talk about the ways to mess up the bomb jump. So we talked about how to do it correctly. Now, what can go wrong in the diagonal bomb jump? One of the reasons why it has been very difficult to learn and teach how to do the diagonal bomb jump is the amount of variance that can occur in this trick. The inputs are more lenient than the double bomb jump, but the amount of room for mistakes are really high. So that's one of the biggest barriers to being able to teach this trick. So I want to talk about the ways you can mess up the diagonal bomb jump starting from the beginning. So you can roll in the water. You can add momentum to your first bomb jump, which means for whatever reason you felt the need to hold right before the first bomb explodes. And what that does is it adds extra momentum to the bomb jump, and from there you will not be able to catch the second bomb. So looking at it again, that trajectory is just way too far out there. For this one, you could be too far to the right and you'll be unable to catch the second bomb. So you're trying to line up to the right side of the bomb, but your right input, your facing right input was too early, and so you won't be able to catch that bomb jump. This one I call ball spin. And you have this strange momentum added to Samus. And if you've seen that kind of trajectory before, that momentum, that is a frame perfect mistake. So looking at it more closely, you have a normal diagonal bomb jump. And when it comes to facing right, the ball spin happens when you press right or left for exactly one frame, and you get this weird momentum. And that can be avoided by pressing right for more than one frame, so anything more than 2. But you also don't want to add momentum to the bomb jump. So you need it to face right with just the right amount of inputs, or just the right amount of time. Another one is, you might have seen something like this. This is a very common mistake where when doing the diagonal bomb jump and you're trying to return to the second bomb, while you're trying to line up onto this right side of the bomb, some people may not realize that you actually need to turn around and face to the right side. And so you get a different trajectory because you're not facing right. And so it's a very subtle thing to realize, but there is a difference between facing left and facing right as the ball. So after this bomb jump, Samus is facing to the right side, and then my left inputs are coming up soon, and so notice how the graphics look when the left inputs are registered. It's a very subtle detail, but a lot of top players can tell like when Samus turns around as a ball. It's very subtle, but you can tell the difference. It's another one. Accidentally bomb jumping over to the left somehow. Facing left again with two bombs linking up together. You may have seen that type of bomb jump before if you fail to face right. So if you face right during this, you would have gotten the diagonal bomb jump. And some of these, a lot of these can be resolved by having correct timing on the bombs. So this is way too early of a third bomb, early third bomb. Where this is a very common one too, where you get this ping pong looking effect. That means that your third bomb was too early. And sometimes if you try to catch yourself up here, some people may forget to angle down so you can stop decelerating, or you can like stop on a dime. So at this point when you're trying to catch and get in position, it's important to hold an angle button to have greater control over Samus. Without the angle buttons, Samus will keep running and decelerate over time, and then she'll come to a complete stop. But holding an angle button before letting go of left or right will remove the deceleration, so you have greater control over Samus's movement. This one is also fairly common, where you get that upwards bomb jump. That means you're a frame too early on your third bomb. And for this one, I wanted to demonstrate how lenient the third bomb can be. So that's the second bomb, and then the third bomb is laid here. So I marked the frames that you can, the window to lay the third bomb. So it's a 4-frame window, so this is not a frame perfect trick whatsoever. But it's just important to get a good sense of rhythm. So even if you're a little off, you'll be able to make the diagonal bomb jump. This one is where you will miss the third bomb because your third bomb input was late. and you'll not be able to catch that third bomb. This one, unmorphing too early. Notice how early, that's like unmorphing at the apex. And the whole point of unmorphing is to reset the vertical speed. So ideally you want to unmorph in this midpoint between the apex and your destination, which will look like this. It's also possible to unmorph late, where that happens because when you unmorph, Samus's hitbox is expanded, and then you won't be able to catch that ledge anymore. And it's also possible to do it without unmorphing at all, but that depends on your starting location and what kind of diagonal bomb jump you get. There's lots of variations, and so some diagonal bomb jumps will push you further or higher than others. This one, if you've seen this type of bomb jump before, this is adding ball spin momentum to a bomb jump. So you have this very strange trajectory going on, and you can get some interesting bomb jumps out of this, but for the purposes of the diagonal bomb jump, it's not ideal. I think there is one more. Yeah, one more that I need to talk about, which is an accidental bomb or accidental up input. So you may have seen this before as well, and I relate this to being very similar to breaking out of spin while doing wall jumps. So looking at the inputs, as we're trying to, in most cases, face right, it's the way you move your finger on the D-pad from left to right. And so if you roll your finger over, there's a chance that you'll hit up, and then that'll force you to unmorph. And not all D-pads are created equally, and some are more sensitive to others, or some are more sensitive than others. So that really depends on what kind of controller you're using, and the best way I can explain how to avoid this is to completely lift your finger from left to right. So you press left, lift your finger, press right, instead of rolling your thumb over. And yeah, that's probably most of the ways you can mess up the diagonal bomb jump. There are lots and lots more ways to mess it up, I think, but these are the most common ones on the right hand side of this. Alright y'all, that's going to be it for this tutorial. I hope you have found it very useful and very informative. And hopefully you'll be able to perform the diagonal bomb jump or double bomb jump in a more consistent manner. And if you have any suggestions on a tutorial or anything you would like to learn, do let me know. I would be down to make a tutorial. And check us out on Twitch. We have a great Super Metroid speedrunning community. And do consider supporting me over at Twitch as well. I'd like to teach Super Metroid in a way that it's more accessible to more players, so that's easy to understand and perform. And for the rest of this video is going to be practice. The first part is going to be a short practice session, and the second part will be a metronome. And yeah, that's it. Happy practicing. Alright, I'm going to be doing a small practice session of the diagonal bomb jump. And pay attention to the controller sounds, as hopefully you'll be able to hear and take the rhythm of the bomb jump inputs and apply that to your own game. And by now you should be able to tell why the bomb jump works and why it doesn't. So start. For the rest of this video, it is going to be a metronome demonstrating the 3 bomb inputs in a consistent manner. So while practicing, try to get a feel for the rhythm and try practicing tapping your buttons according to the rhythm. So it'll sound something like this. Alright, so happy practicing.